हेलो एवरीवन, आप सभी का स्वागत है आईएफएस के इस बेहतरीन प्लेटफॉर्म पर। एंड आप में से बहुत लोगों ने देख चुके होंगे कि बंगाल से बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट ने क्वालिफाई किया है, और वैसे ही और एक स्टूडेंट और एक बंगाल टाइगर आज हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं जिन्होंने इस एग्ज़ाम को जेआरएफ कैटेगरी से क्वालिफाई किया है, वो भी बहुत अच्छे रैंक से। एंड जानते हैं इनकी स्ट्रैटेजीज कैसी थी, प्रिपरेशन कैसे स्टार्ट किया इन्होंने, एंड बहुत सारी एम्बिशंस इनके जान लेते हैं कि क्या करना चाहते हैं लाइफ में। तो इन सब बातों को जानने से पहले इनका हम इंट्रोडक्शन ले लेते हैं। तो प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ।
First of all, I'd like to say I'm from West Bengal, Kolkata, and I qualified the CSIR NET examination at the CSIR JRF, All India Rank 184, and I got my preparation from IFAS, from first class. I didn't have any other, company. I even don't want to try their classes or anything else. I'm too much comfortable with IFAS. And their strategy, their way to teach the students is very, very, very attractive, and it's very comfortable and understanding. So thanks, IFAS, for guiding us, for guiding the students like that, and helps us to conquer our aim.
Right. We are very proud of you that you get qualified from the JRF category. And I want to ask you that you said you are from zoology background, right? So what are the similarities you get when you are start preparing for the CSIR examination? There are any similarities in your syllabus in the zoology and as well as in the CSIR?
Yes, because as a zoology student, in our syllabus there was ecology, there was evolution, there is cell signaling and cell communication, as well as cell bio and molecular biology. So we already taught all this in MSc, but in a very surface level.
Right.
So it's a little bit advantageous for us, I think, for zoology students to prepare for NET exam. I think that it is much more similar than the other streams.
Right. You get the basic knowledge, right? Basic knowledge of all the things in your masters, right? And what brings you towards the CSIR examination?
First of all, when I was admitted as a student in IFAS, my first aim is to clear the CSIR NET exam because I want to be in a research field. I want to do something new and something unique. But at that time, I didn't think that much. I just know that I have to do that for my further studies. But when I saw Vishal sir and Sanju sir was my first, guys, and Lalji sir, then I changed my mind and I feel like to me, I want to be like them. I want to be a teacher like them. So to be like them, I have to read, I have to understand my subjects. So that's how it's going. And later on, I qualified the JRF. It's a good thing, but if I will not, then for sure I was in an academic session. I want to be teacher like them. And
Great.
they are very much inspirational for me.
Right, very right. And can I know which was it was your second attempt, first attempt? Can I know the attempts?
It's my third attempt.
Third attempt. So over the attempts, over the year, what did you learn from each attempts?
First of all, when I first gave the exam, I have no as such idea, basic idea that what actually the exam is, but the actual route to clear it, because I think each and every exam has some certain kind of, tricks that we have to follow. But later I know from my mistakes that I did this kind of mistakes, and these are the questions are not well in this kind of module, and I recheck it. I found it where my mistake is, and in the next exam I try to correct that
Mistakes, right?
So yeah.
So first of all, you find your mistakes. right? That is the basics. When you get fail in a first attempt or second attempt, the basic is that you can learn from your mistakes and you can rectify. And yes, 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 sir. Yes, exactly. You should know your weakness now. That how you can get strong yourself, right? वही तो आप अच्छा करके, आप बहुत अच्छे मेहनत करके, मतलब अगर आपका पार्ट ए स्ट्रॉन्ग वीक है तो आप थोड़ा ट्राई करोगे कि पार्ट ए थोड़ा स्ट्रॉन्ग करें, पार्ट ए में और ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन में करें. एंड ये सारी चीज़ें आपको पता होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज इफ़ यू आर डूइंग सेम थिंग्स रिपीटेटिवली तो कुछ फ़ायदा नहीं होगा. यू हैव टू चेंज, राइट? वो एक डार्विन का सिद्धांत है ना, कि सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेस्ट. यू हैव टू बी फिट, राइट? एंड
I want to say that consistency is one of the things. You have to be consistent with what you are doing. If you think I can't do it and you stop, then you can't grow.
Certainly, exactly.
So that helps me the most. And obviously, I thought give me the courage to continue the process, continue the struggle. And they told each and every time they just told me why you are getting so nervous. Believe in yourself. And CSIR each and every time he told us that never give up your hope and be confident what you are doing and what your aim is actually. So that helps me the most to be consistent. I think that's one of the reasons of my success.
Exactly, right. It is main point, consistency. Right, because as we know, the biology and or the life science, it is very volatile, है ना. आप अगर 3-4 दिन भी नहीं पढ़ोगे तो वो पेट्रोल के माफिक उड़ जाएगा आपके दिमाग से. तो you have to be consistent. It is the basics when you are preparing for any competitive examination related to the life science, right? And you follow the basics and you get the result, right? And you prove that. And when we talk about the exam pattern A, B and C, okay, so which section do you approach first and why?
In my first exam, I approached first B, then first C, but later I came to know that first C is very much time taking.
Right.
And it's very much, it's a little bit, tricky, and the questions are literally, you have to read each and every question 2 or 3 times more than first B. And it's a little bit, it's not like that, you know that answer and you did it, but you have to go through that particular question a lot of time, and so I think it's a very much time taking. So and when you enter the room and when the exam started, I think you have the fresh mind.
Right.
So I think part C, for me, part C was the main first one to answer, and then part B, then part A, because I'm very bad at part A.
Okay. Typical biology student, right? Typical biology student. Yes.
Typical biology student. I hate math.
We are mathophobic.
No hope.
Exactly. Right.
So at first I go for the part C, then part B, then part A.
Right. Yeah, and it is also right now. The part C is very applied. It is very lengthy. So if you target that section at later stage in the exam, so you will get saturated by the part A and B. Your mind gets saturated. But when you first attempt the part C, your mind is fresh and you have the confidence that I can solve it, and you might not get saturated while you attempting the part C, and after that you can shift to the part A, otherwise part B, depending upon your interest. But my personal favorite is to approach part C first, right? And you did also the same. And do you have any special area or any subject that you want to do PhD in that particular area?
I personally like the module 4, cell signaling and immunology. And between them, I love immunology the most.
Okay. So and so you want to do PhD in that immunology sector?
I love to.
Okay, you said to the immunology that আমি তোমাকে ভালোবাসি, right? Right.
And the message is
Right. And there are any units they are very challenging to you?
Yes, for me, plant physiology is very much challenging for me because I'm not from botany, so I have no such idea about plants or any kind of plant system, anything. So it's a little bit challenging for me. Somehow a little bit challenging for me is also the animal physiology. And mostly I didn't like to attend the questions from methods and methodology because we are not from that particular system. So it's a little bit tough for us to, attend that particular exam in exam hall.
Right,
Maybe,
right.
in my free time, I can crack questions.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that point. Because the difficulty level of the exam, difficulty level of the question may increase in the examination of by 10 to 20%. Right? If that question is given to you after the exam, you will definitely solve it. But while the examination is going on, and the question, you see that question is way more difficult than it is usually, right? Because due to that exam pressure.
There is a pressure on us.
Right, exactly.
We have to manage the time and we have to do the correct answer.
We have to recall all the things, and all the things are going on. Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. And there is some challenges while you solve the exam in the examination hall, that some of the questions are not solved by you, but time is running away. So you get panic. You got panic.
First of all, in my first attempt, I was panicked, and that that load my marks, because if you got panic, then you can't see the answer that you already know.
Right.
You just like, I forget that answer, but I know that answer. So don't panic ever. Whatever seeing at that time, what you saw in a particular, your laptop, just go through it and read it at your best. If you start panicking, then it doesn't help you at all.
Right. Things will end up at the bad situation, right?
Very bad situation, very bad situation. Because if you start panicking, then if you start forgetting also.
Right, exactly. It is also the main considerable thing, that if you get panic in the examination hall, the things you might know, that also be get vanished by you due to the panic, right? It is also the considerable thing.
Yes. When you sat on this particular chair, you know what you know, you don't know what you know.
Yes, exactly.
That's the end thing.
Right.
Now you have to give your best. What you know, basis on that you have to give your best.
Great.
It's my strategy.
Right. Everybody has their own strategies, own ways to crack the examination, right? My way or a sky way kind of thing. And
No, we have 75 questions in Parsi, right? And we have to attend only
25 बस.
We can leave.
यस आपको सिलेक्ट करने से ज्यादा छोड़ने जाता है ना? आप इजीली लीव कर सकते. एग्जैक्टली. सो बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके. एंड लास्टली यू हैव सम पॉइंट्स, यू हैव सम टिप्स टू tell to give for our new coming aspirants who are preparing for this examination?
Yes, obviously. First of all, I want to say that what I first told you, do so. Don't use your brain. If you try to use your brain, you will mess it up at the end.
Right.
Because you don't know what they know.
Right.
First, I want to say that, and mostly important, give exams, mock tests, specifically, and if you can, then go through your previous questions. It helps you to understand what's going on, what's the new upcoming era in that particular exam, what you can add or what you can delete. Because if you go through that particular so-called syllabus, you can't finish it. So just be tricky and do that portion what is only needed for CSIR exam. Because not the 100% you need it at that particular stage.
Right.
And be confident
Great. And one lastly, an important question I want to ask. What is the reason behind your smile and all the Bengalis in the house? Please tell me. And whoever watching from Bengal, please tell me in the comment section. And you have to answer this. What is the reason behind the cute smile of every Bengali I ever met?
We are happy.
Happiness is the reason behind the smile. Right, right. Very, very well said. And I agree with that. And keep smiling and keep do your good work with it, with this kind of smile. Okay. And all the best. Nice to talk with you. And बहुत आगे बढ़ो, बहुत शुभकामनाएं आपको हमारी पूरी IFAS की टीम की तरफ से. Okay.
Yes, yes. I just want to be, I've already told that I want to be a teacher like Francis,
Right. Kulchal sir.
So they are my first mentors, and yes, they guided me. So it's
Amazing, amazing, right?
it's very much,
Yes.
special for me.
Yes, definitely. This message will be delivered to your mentors. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Because I was an offline student, so
Oh.
there's an advantage for offline students that they can talk face to face.
Right.
And they can understand what's going on to us. They can understand us better.
Right.
So, so that time a bond is already made.
Yes.
Teacher and student.
Yes, exactly.
That very pure bond is made.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. We will deliver your message. Your
Oh,
best.
thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank
Okay.
you.
Best words to your mentors. Okay.
And, not only them, as well as Nigam sir, anytime I feel something not good or something tricky or something difficult, they help me each and every time. They call me, they text me, what's going on, what's your problem. So they all with me. So
Yes.
it's a very
Yes.
much big thing for us to be with your mentor all the time when you need.
That's why the tagline of the IFS is happy learning. Right. You should be happy while you are learning.
Yes, obviously.
Right?
It's a very happy learning. Yes.
Exactly.
And they started from level 1, then they go from level 1 to 2, then 3. So it's very easy to understand.
Right.
We have every subject.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Surely. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay.